Do you struggle to say no, fearing disapproval or conflict? Maybe you always put others' needs before your own, agreeing to things you don't want just to keep the peace. These aren't just signs of being nice, they're warning signs. If you apologize for things that aren't your fault, feel responsible for others' emotions, or hide your true feelings to avoid upsetting people, you may be caught in the trap of people-pleasing. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward reclaiming your authentic self. You're not alone, and there is a way out. People-pleasing often starts in childhood, shaped by early relationships and family dynamics. If love or approval was conditional, you learned to suppress your needs and become what others wanted, just to feel safe or accepted. Maybe you managed a parent's moods or took on adult responsibilities too soon, believing your worth depended on your performance. These lessons become ingrained, making it hard to set boundaries or practice self-care as an adult. Understanding these roots isn't about blame, it's about compassion for yourself and recognizing that pleasing was once a survival strategy. Now you have the power to choose a new way of being. There's a big difference between genuine kindness and people-pleasing. True kindness comes from choice and abundance. You help because you want to, not because you're afraid. People-pleasing is driven by fear and obligation. You say yes when you mean no, betraying your own needs. Politeness respects others. People-pleasing disrespects yourself. The key is motivation. Does helping leave you feeling whole or resentful and drained? Ask yourself, am I doing this out of genuine desire or out of fear? That's how you find authentic kindness. Many believe that making everyone happy will finally bring them happiness, but it never does. Chasing approval is like drinking salt water. The more you seek, the emptier you feel. The joy from pleasing others is fleeting and depends on reactions you can't control. Real happiness comes from living in alignment with your own values and needs. When you hide your true self, relationships become shallow and loneliness grows. The only path to genuine joy is to turn inward and start pleasing yourself. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you build up resentment, a toxic burden that poisons you from within. This resentment is a signal that your boundaries are being violated, but as a pleaser, you rarely express it. Instead, it festers, leaking out as passive aggression or turning inward as anxiety and exhaustion. Ironically, the relationships you try to protect are damaged by this hidden anger. Others can't read your mind. They think you agreed willingly. Resentment is a poison you mix for others but end up drinking yourself. Breaking the cycle means honoring your anger as a messenger. It's time to stop betraying yourself. Chronic people-pleasing erodes your identity. You become a chameleon, reflecting others' desires and losing touch with your own. Small compromises add up, weakening your connection to your intuition and passions. Eventually, you may not know who you are without someone else to please. Living for approval means handing over control of your life to others, leaving you anxious and directionless. Reclaiming your identity starts with asking, what do I believe? What brings me joy, apart from anyone else? It may feel scary or selfish, but it's essential to become the main character in your own life. Risking disapproval is the price of self-knowledge and true fulfillment. The journey to self-respect starts with one small boundary. For a chronic pleaser, this feels terrifying. So start small. Say, I can't talk right now, but I'll call you later. Or, thanks, but I can't make it. You don't owe anyone a long explanation. No is a complete sentence. Expect guilt and anxiety at first. These are withdrawal symptoms from the disease to please. Sit with the discomfort. Remind yourself this is healthy and necessary. Notice what actually happens. Most fears don't come true. Each time you set a boundary and survive, you rewire your brain to know it's safe to have needs. Step by step, you build lasting self-respect. Moving away from people-pleasing is a daily practice of building self-respect. Shift your focus from seeking external validation to cultivating your own approval and comfort. Listen to your body and emotions. They're valuable data, not inconveniences. Check in with yourself. How am I feeling? What do I need? Prioritize self-care without guilt. It's not selfish, it's essential. Protect your time for things that nourish you, just as you would for others. Practice self-compassion. Mistakes are part of learning. When you slip up, treat yourself with kindness and gently return to your path. This is how you build a strong, sustainable foundation for your life. Authenticity is the antidote to people-pleasing. To be authentic is to let your actions match your true values and feelings, removing the masks you've worn. Living authentically brings peace and frees up energy for what truly matters, your passions, your talents, and real connections. Some relationships may fall away, but this makes room for genuine ones built on mutual respect. You'll discover the joy of being seen and valued for who you truly are. The path away from pleasing is courageous. It means choosing your own integrity over others' expectations. The reward is the freedom to be yourself and the deep self-worth that comes from living your own life. The journey begins now with one honest choice at a time. Embrace it.